Hello and welcome to the first HFX Trading Group course video. So in this video, we're going to cover how to identify trends and consolidation areas. So we're just going to sort of briefly touch on short-term trends and touching on higher time frame trends too. But we'll probably look at short-term trends in more detail in another video. But this is just to give you a good starting understanding. So if we start off, say with the 4-hour time frame on this particular day, it's pretty nice to break it down in terms of market structure. So let's envision, obviously we are in an uptrend, but let's envision based on my arrows, we're in an uptrend, right? So when price is in an uptrend, we see price come up and make a high over here, right? So we have some form of resistance established, and then what we may see is price come down, say form a support, and now we have a support established, right? And then we may see price come back up, but this time it breaks through this resistance, right? And now it makes a new resistance. And then we may see price come back down to retest this area we broke out of, form a support and continue moving bullish. So this is the sort of market structure that we see. So if we break this down in terms of what this really means, this resistance is what's called a higher high. So here we see price coming and making a higher high, and then here is a higher high because this is higher than this. So we are in an uptrend, and then this is the even higher high. So we're making new highs, right? The same way we're making higher lows. So this is our low, and now our low is higher than the previous low, and so on and so forth. So this is a good example of market structure. So if we break the same thing down based on GJ on the 4-hour, a high, right, a break, okay, let's say this is our new high up here, form the support, so we've got break, form the support, come up, we'll just say that's the new resistance, up over here, form the new support, and now we're continuing to push through that. So now you're seeing this, see how we're talking about higher low, and we'll just say higher low, and then higher high, higher high, and then higher high. Cool. So that's how you can understand a bit of market structure. In terms of looking at it from even smaller time frames, say we go down to the 30-minute time frame now. One thing to note is that we can get short trends based on smaller time frames. So as you look here, you can see that this candle closed bullish. So here was our low of this candle, and then here was our high. So then when the next candle, although it closed bearish, it made a higher high and it made a higher low. The next candle came up and made a higher high and a higher low. The next candle, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So this is a even shorter uptrend because candles are making higher highs and higher lows. Similarly, we can see this with a downtrend. So we see lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low, and lower low. So these are the short-term trends. Okay, sometimes we can see what happens here is where we do get a lower low, but price continues moving bullish. This is just what we would call like a liquidity grab to continue pushing price up. So sometimes there's nothing, there is most of the time nothing you can do about it. You just have to know how it may affect your trading and your entries. So That's all I would think about it. Otherwise, just be aware that it can happen, but it still means that we are continuing in a bullish uptrend either way. So that's important. Another thing that we need to talk about is a consolidation area. So yeah, we can just choose this. So how to identify consolidation. So right here we've got our right here we've got our consolidation area. So there's two keys that I would say to identifying consolidation. So one is going to be our candles printing side by side. So if candles are printing side by side, then we're not trending, right? So candles printing side by side. So, side by side. Cool. Second of all, that we need to ask ourselves, are candles trending? So e.g. making higher highs, higher lows, for example. So are they making higher highs and higher lows? Well, if we look within here, if we analyze this, we was making higher highs and lower lows, and then we were making higher highs and higher lows. But then if you look at all these wicks, it's just mess. Okay, basically what I'm trying to say is we're not respecting highs and lows of candles. We are just consolidating. So this is crap to trade. You want to be trading this or coming down to this. This is what you want to be trading based on that, right? So definitely important to identify these ranges, because honestly they're crap and they're gonna really hurt your trading account at the end of the week. So if you can identify them and avoid them from your trading, you're automatically going to have a lot higher chance of doing well. So so now that we've touched on the consolidation, we've talked about short-term trends. Now we can talk about a lot higher market structure trends. So if we just zoom out of GJ right now, so even just looking on the 30-minute, we can say that we are in a bullish uptrend based on the higher time frames, right? Because if you look, we've got our higher high and our higher high, and then we've got a higher high, right? And we're making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And remember, we're talking about market structure. We've got this resistance here, and then we're seeing price come and form support, and now we're seeing price breaking above this resistance. So this is the market structure that we would want to see. So this is market structure based on the higher time frames, but looking at it from a smaller time frame perspective, because obviously this is from a 30-minute time frame in an uptrend. So if we look at it from a 4-hour, now you can see this is our 4-hour uptrend. So if we look at it from 4-hour, we already analyzed, but we're saying higher lows, and higher highs. Right. So even if we went to the daily time frame, it should look something similar to the 30-minute in terms of candles. We have higher lows and higher highs and higher low. Similarly, we've kind of had this strong bullish momentum anyway, so this is sort of the definite market structure over the last week or so. So for now, that's all I can. That's all I'm going to really touch on based on market structure. But I hope that gives you a good idea. So I'm going to try and make these videos not overly long because I want it to try and keep precise and quick so that people can just always just refer back to the same video if need be, rather than me waffling on for like an hour about something that shouldn't take you too long to understand the concept of. But there's going to be loads and loads of topic videos coming, but this is just video 1 for the course. So I'll see you at video 2.